Hey, Kate, are you ready to get into some good trouble?
Hell yes, Mary. I'm ready for some good trouble.
You're listening to Good Trouble NYC.
But I've been out of work for 6 weeks. I'm starting another new job. This is now, I already started a new job 6-7 months ago that I didn't think I'd be in this position yet. But I was, and I am, and it's fine. But yeah, so I was just all anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah. It went fine
was good?
today.
Good.
Yeah, it went good.
Were you super busy? Because then you were doing other things too.
Yeah.
But wait. Before we jump
Okay.
into that, I want to hear your fun facts. Let's
okay.
start the week off
My
right.
fun facts. So we had to do some fact checking about New York Times.
Yes, and their
So
bestseller
you are
list.
right. The bestseller list comes out every week.
Oh, it does? Okay.
And it differentiates between hardcover, paperback. That's it.
An audiobook or no?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so then my couple fun facts about the New York Times. It was established in 1851 as a penny paper.
What is a penny paper?
It was a penny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, penny.
Easy
Where
enough.
it's now what?
I
$5.
pay $20 a month for all access online.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And then my other fun facts is that in 1995, the online edition came out,
Oh.
which is actually interesting.
Whoa, that seems early.
Yeah. And then they're also the first color photography print edition of newspapers to print in color in 1997.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know where the office is?
Yes, it's right by you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I pass it sometimes. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, that's so nice.
I pass it by going to Port Authority.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, an awful location, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Whatever.
Anyway, your day was great, but you also were I was how busy is she? Because
Okay,
you
so
sent
I
some
had-
interesting videos.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I was busy in the morning with meetings. Tomorrow's my wicked busy day where I'm going to be in meetings from 11 to 4:30. So that will be my busy day. I meet with my CEO tomorrow, which I'm which is fine.
You've met him before.
Yeah, I've been in before. So it'll be fine. But today was just all the HR stuff, going over different modules, waiting for my computer, all the onboarding. But so I am working from home and then I'm out in the field. But so there's a guy that's working on an apartment upstairs and he knows I'm home. I've let him in before because he forgets his keys. So he dinged it and I thought it was my work computer. So I go out and it's him. I'm I thought you were FedEx. And he's no. He's I left my keys upstairs. I'm cleaning out an apartment. And there's been large trash bags, big black trash bags in my lobby area. You wouldn't even call it a lobby, whatever, the landing.
Yeah, no, that's a lobby.
Okay. So I'm what apartment's empty? And he tells me the apartment. I'm can I go look? And he's please. And I'm a nosy neighbor. Also, I live in a pre-war building that people have been here since the 80s. So some of them still look from the 80s. Nothing's been renovated. I really like architecture and home design. So I was being nosy. So I go up there. There's all the trash bags outside too. I'm what the hell? He's yeah, the guy died. And I walk in and the whole apartment looks like the cabinets and the few appliances I could see in the bathroom, straight from the 50s. So from there, I look, it's all books. Books and books and books and books. 3 feet up, all books.
Just layered upon each other.
He's I was holy crap. He's you should have seen it. He's when I first tried to open the door, I couldn't because the books just filled the whole kitchen, when walking into the apartment. I learned that he's a veteran. So many books. I'm wondering if there's a mattress.
Take a guess on how many books.
Thousands of books. Going into the bedroom, it's the same setup of mine of the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom.
Yeah.
So going from the living room to the bedroom, I had to step up 2-3 feet to climb on top of the books to go into the bedroom.
Was there even a bed in there?
No, not that I could see. So we were wondering, I'm so curious. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow because he has something for me. But I'm so curious if there's a mattress underneath all the books.
Yeah.
So he died. Not really sure when.
Not in the apartment.
Not in the apartment. No. He didn't die in the apartment because then there'd be all the hazard shit and bio waste and all that debacle when someone dies in an apartment. Not in the apartment. But so they're redoing it. But yeah, just thousands of books. And I can post a photo too on our TikTok when we talk about this. And I see some loose papers and whatnot. So I take the papers and I actually have them here. So tomorrow Tito is the guy, the super guy. So I'm meeting with him and he's going to give me the rest of the papers. So what I find out from this, these papers are from a journal from 1985 and 1986. And I found out his name is Rob.
Okay.
I find out he's going through this whole like spiritual awakening. This journal is basically him documenting going through meditation. He talks about like how long he can sit down for. Talks about like the nuances between two different meditation houses. One's called, I looked it up how to pronounce it. I'm gonna forget now. Dhamma Buka, and then the other one is Zen Soho. So he talks about this woman named Agnes at Daha Bhaktu, and then he talks about like Zen Soho and like feeling very alone. He talks about like thinking about death. It's like really sad, but and like talking about his meditation and like talking about Buddha, the Buddhist.
Yeah.
Talks about that. He also talks about, here, you can look at him.
Yeah.
He also talks about how long he can sit. So when he first started to sit, the first page that I read, it was like an hour and a half. And by the end of like these 20 pages that I read, he could sit for 3 hours straight. He talks about that he's like in a lot of pain. Just talks about being lonely. Yeah, it was very interesting to read. And like really sad. Part of it is like really sad, which is just so wild. So his family went there at one point to look through the books for money, but they didn't take his fucking journal.
Wow.
And I kind of felt guilty, number one, too, as a book lover, stepping on all those books, but I had to do it.
Did you call the library?
I did. They don't take donations.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That seems really weird.
And then they said the best thing to do is do Goodwill or Savor. So I'm going to talk to Tito and see if he's actually going to bring it. If not, I'll do it myself. Because I hate to see this guy, like these were his prized possessions.
Yeah.
From this journal, too, it doesn't look like he was married. Doesn't look like he had any kids.
Yogi needs request.
There's a note on the back from some guy named Andy. But, yeah, it's just really, really sad. Like, I read an expert. What is that word called?
Wow.
An expert?
What do you mean?
Like a passage. I should say passage.
Oh, an excerpt.
Thank you. An excerpt. But so I just read through this today and I posted some of it on TikTok. I'm going to read some of this on TikTok too. But he just talks about being so lonely. So the woman, Agnes, at the Daha Buku house, he goes...
Does it still exist?
No. I looked it up. I like typing out the word. Typing out the word, because I have the spelling here, is basically like a form of meditation in the Buddha religion, culture. Okay. So I looked up like the name East Village 1985 and can't find anything about it. But Zen Soho still exists. So he was like a part of this one in the East Village. Then he was a part of Zen Soho. He didn't like the people here in the East Village. I got like this guy's whole story about his meditation and like all the drama. But yeah, he goes... So Agnes is one of the girls at the East Village one. He goes, I composed a little poem about Agnes. Agnes, ooh, not a beauty, more like a mother than a lover. Yeah.
Oh my God. How long had he been living there? Obviously since like the 80s.
He's paying $600 in rent.
That's insane.
So what they're doing now is they're redoing it and they're going to probably rent it out for $3,000.
Yeah.
Because they just rented the one down the hall, the one bedroom, for $3,000.
Oh my God.
Yep. So wild shit there, but I'm definitely going to read more of this. Yeah, some of it's just really sad.
This is just like one of those things. Like, you know, Urban Explorers?
Yeah.
This is like, I feel like the tame version of Urban Explorers. Like, I would spend hours up there. I'm so mad that the door was locked.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
because we tried to go up. Of course, I would have got like, and I'm so nosy too. Like, I'm that nosy neighbor. But like, you walk in there and like the whole bathroom, you couldn't walk into the bathroom, just covered with books. Books on everything. There was like books on like sea creatures. There was like, he talks about reading meditation books within this journal. So I assume there's meditation journals. There was like fiction, nonfiction, dictionaries, poetry books, like the whole 9 yards. Oh, sorry, that's Dennis coughing. He has a cold.
That's just crazy.
It's like so sad. That all your prized possessions are up there and no one cares.
And there's no one to take it.
Your family comes to look.
I sat yesterday for 2 hours. Good sit.
Yeah. Sometimes he like writes, he's like, nothing extraordinary today. I'm like, all right.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, you can really just dive deep on these.
Do they?
His handwriting is a hot mess too.
It is. Do you know when he died?
No. It's been vacant for a while, so I'm assuming like a couple of years.
Wow.
Yeah. One of my girlfriends in the building, good neighbor in the building, she lives on that floor, so I'm going to see if she's ever seen him on the floor.
I'm surprised. Like, is that apartment technically rent stabilized at this point?
So since he's died, not anymore.
Oh.
Nope.
See-
He got grandfathered in.
Okay. I told you about the one apartment in my apartment building that like someone was living there for decades, but then they died.
Yeah.
And it was still a rent stabilized building or rent stabilized apartment, excuse me. And so they couldn't legally raise it and like have someone else live in there. But there was a loophole in, I guess, landlords' laws or whatever, that if a family friend stays in there for a year or two, then
No way.
you can raise it. So I met the guys that live in this apartment now.
So they family friends?
They're family friends, and they're paying $800 for a massive 2-bedroom.
Yeah, of course.
That's beautiful. There's a clawfoot tub in there.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah, and
But is
they're, like-
everything else wicked dated then?
No, they like upgraded it.
Oh, they upgraded it for them. Yeah,
Yeah.
because then once they move out, they'll just jack up the rent again.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, I want to see this apartment like restored to like its beauty.
Which one?
This one that you got robbed stuff.
They're putting all new fab shit into it. They're not restoring it. I asked them if they're keeping the bullseyes like at like the window things, and they're like, "Nah, everything's rotted out. We gotta pull it." I'm like, "You're not gonna like replace it with the same?" They're like, "That's expensive."
That's crazy.
Yeah, damn Tito. I mean, what is he gonna do? It's like my landlord.
Tito.
Yeah, his name is Tito. Yeah, his name's Tito. He's a cool dude.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's what I did today for like a good hour during the workday. I was on lunch. It doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't count.
Reading through this and hearing how he was on like a spiritual journey. So like on Friday, I kind of did like a little spiritual thing for myself.
What was it?
I had an energy healing session with this woman, Heather, that Taylor goes to.
Okay.
She's back.
She has to be legit then.
Yeah, she's back in Maryland, and she does like a lot of different readings and like energy stuff, but one of her main work focuses is on past lives. And so
Is it over the phone?
It was over Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like it over Zoom.
Well, I'm not going to go to Maryland
I know.
to see her. But it's crazy that I've actually never said this story on Good Trouble. Oh shit. The battery. I brought the charger.
Good job.
Yeah. Yes.
Your past life story.
Yes. So it's crazy that I actually haven't like told the story about this guy on the podcast ever. And that's
You were a dude?
no, about you know who.
Who the fuck are we talking about? We're talking about your past life story, Mary.
Yes.
The woman in Maryland.
Yes, I know. Okay, so the woman in Maryland, she specializes in like going over past lives and stuff. There's a fucking bug.
Oh, yeah, I know this fucking guy. I know
Yes,
exactly. We
okay.
texted about it. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Those who shall not be named.
Which actually I do need to tell that whole story because that's fucking wild, but that's another day for another podcast.
Okay.
Because that's way too long.
Okay.
But essentially there's this guy that has kind of like followed me for the past 7 years, and like weird coincidences keep coming up even
Yeah, they
though
do.
I've like I haven't seen him in 4 years, but it's just like it's weird like past life shit.
It's like, what is it? Like invisible strings.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. You guys have weird connections.
And yeah,
all
I wanted
throughout.
those cords to be fucking cut.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
So that is what Heather did. She went and she analyzed all of our past lives together. And first off,
Can I ask how much this was?
$111 for 2 hours.
Oh, give me her number.
I loved her.
Please give me her number because I got a lot of past life shit that's probably fucking up my current.
I've had really shitty lives. I
Have
had
you?
so much trauma. You know, the first live that she told me, she was like, it was around the 1600s and you were assaulted and got pregnant from it, but didn't realize that you were pregnant until too far along. And then you had the kid and they immediately took it from you. And then she was like, oh, this takes a really dark turn.
You
She was
hoe.
like, they took the kid and sacrificed it in a ritual. And obviously I wasn't happy about that.
You don't even
But-
want kids. Is that why you don't want kids?
Probably one of the reasons, yeah.
Did you hear that every generation it's supposed to be like less and less trauma?
Well,
Or
I
maybe
sure
it's
hope so.
lives. every life is supposed to be less and less trauma.
Great, because so far this life is, I mean, there's trauma for everyone, but
honestly, though, compared to your first life in the 1600s, this is a walk in the park.
it really is. She also told me that I was a slave in a past life and that I was running away and they like hit me with an arrow in my calf.
An arrow? Were you a Native American?
I don't know. I was a slave.
They don't tell you that? They don't tell you the race or the sex?
No, she didn't tell. Well, she's told me like the sex of who I was like in a few past lives, but she was just like, you were a slave. I don't think race was important in that moment.
Well, see, I would want to know like geographically where we're talking. Where am I slave?
I think it was like the Underground Railroad. So like
okay.
in the U.S.
Okay.
And I spent the rest of my life as a slave.
Oh, God.
That time around.
That life must suck.
Oh, I know. But then the past lives that I had with this man, we had like 6 together. Okay? And I'm going to tell you the 2.
So these are all about the soul, your soul, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so essentially she like taps into your spirit guides and they tell you these things. You're like, this is too fucking woo-woo.
I really want to believe it. I do. I think I just got to try it for myself and see if I actually believe it.
So the one past life with him that really stuck out to me and like resonated with this life was we were both males. He was a younger kid and I was like his mentor, and he didn't
mentor in what capacity?
Like I was his father figure because his real father wasn't really in the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know a time period?
Don't know the time period on this one.
Okay.
But it was like before there was any sort of like real communication. So like essentially we formed,
like cavemen?
Not like cavemen. I'd say like, what's the Oregon Trail times? Probably around then.
I think it meant when there's no communication. I think it meant like no language.
Oh no, like you can't make a phone call. But
okay.
He got so attached to me as a person, and then I decided to like leave and pursue something else, and he couldn't come with me. And
you bitch.
Just adult things.
Yep, a man leaving his kids behind like usual.
Then I never came back.
Okay.
And there was this whole interaction, I guess, before we left that he was like, why are you leaving me? Why are you leaving me? Why can't I come with you? If I would have known you were always leaving me, like I wouldn't have wanted to get so close.
I'd have way too many questions for this bitch. Because I already have way too many questions for you.
Okay.
Why couldn't you bring him?
He was a kid still. I wasn't his dad. I'm speculating
you didn't
now.
Ask her these questions?
No, because what she said, like, I kind of understood it. Like, I didn't need to deep dive that deep.
Okay.
Okay?
I would need to deep dive it.
What resonated with that whole situation was whenever I went off to Italy and we met on a street corner, and he literally said to me, you were always leaving me. Why are you leaving me?
Oh.
Like, that was like 2 parallels in a karmic universe.
He came to Italy?
No! Oh my God, before we went to Italy.
Oh, before.
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, I missed a whole chapter of Us Abroad if he came to Italy.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
That was one. This next one is kind of funny because it involves someone else that we know.
You gonna drop a name?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a name because I told her this morning.
Okay.
So in this life, him and I were both women and we were best friends.
Besties.
And this was in like a Native American community.
She gives some specifics about some things, not others. Fishy. Okay, continue.
So
I'm gonna be the spectator.
Okay.
I love the story though.
Skeptic? You mean the skeptic?
Sure. You know, I'm not great with English. We all know this. You're the writer. I don't know what I am. But
It's okay. So he's my best friend. We're both women.
Okay.
His husband dies.
Woman.
His husband dies. And so like in the customs of that time period or that tribe that we were in, like I could offer my husband because it was like if you didn't get laid, you were going to lose your creativity and spark. So it was like a common thing for other women to offer up their men to just like keep
like sister wives.
Almost, but like they're not supposed to like fall in love. It's just like a quick fix, you know?
I didn't know this was part of the Native American community. I'm going to have to look that up too. I'm going to be... Guys, I'm fact checking all this shit. Something sounds fishy. It sounds like... Were you on like... What is that drug? Hubaska?
I have no idea.
There's a Native American like peyote.
I don't know what that is.
Peyote is a Native American drug. Okay, continue.
Anyway, she wasn't supposed to fall in love with my husband, and yet they did. And then it was this whole
the husband? Who was the husband?
It was Morgan.
Shut the fuck up. Well, you know what? Morgan has
sense.
Morgan has invisible strings with this man too.
Yeah, she does.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You and Morgan got freaky in a past life?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
guys would be a good-looking couple now.
Okay. Yeah, of course. So there were like 3 other past lives with him, and she was like, okay, we're cutting the cords. But, you know, I did have one good past life.
What was
where
it?
I was a Greek goddess and fanning me with like fans and feeding me grapes. And she was
Wait,
like, I'm
how
getting
did
the
they
name
know?
Athena. But I don't think that you were actually Athena, like the Greek goddess, but like you could have been.
Yeah, this woman is really definitely on some wild drugs, and I honestly will pay the $111 to hear about it. And Taylor, I know she must be highly recommended from you. That's why I'm taking this more seriously than not.
Tam has like seen her a bunch of times too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How did they say Morgan's name?
She said, because I gave her the backstory of like this man and all the weird coincidences that keep happening.
So you fished her you gave her this information about this man.
I gave her a little information. Yeah.
What were the questions she's asked you?
She asked me early on, she was like, how was your childhood? Like, did you have any traumatic instances? Or like, would you say that it was like a pretty good childhood?
Why is she asking those questions?
To get a deeper read, I guess.
I'm gonna waste $111 for this shit.
I felt very,
honestly though, if you feel enlivened after, then it was worth the money.
Yeah, because beyond just like the past life stuff and like cutting those cords, okay, she also just kind of like realigned some of the chakras in my body, too. And it's weird because I had like physical reactions to some of the things too.
I thought they had to touch you to redo the chakras.
No.
Okay.
I feel like I'm talking to a fucking wall right now. You're like, I don't believe any of this
I'm not talking.
shit.
You're not talking to a wall. I'm just, our listeners are also going to be asking the same questions as me. So I just want everybody to get the information straight. No spectacle. What's that word?
Skeptical. SKEPTICAL.
I guess
not
I should.
Spectacle.
I guess I shouldn't be skeptical if I can't even figure out the damn word. Skeptical. Honestly, though, I think it's really interesting. I'm glad you went.
Thank you.
I'm glad you feel enlightened.
Yeah.
And even if it's a bunch of hocus pocus, which I love, but if at the end of the day you feel better from it, then that's all that fucking matters.
Yeah.
That I do believe.
Yeah.
Well, good.
The energy shifts, everything. I was like,
the
great.
most realistic life is the goddess one. Because this makes sense with your pageant shit. Not pageant shit, your pageant's life.
Is pageant shit, pageant life is the same shit.
Okay, I didn't want you to be offended that I said shit.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't care.
Okay. But that kind of co-aligns.
Yeah, it does.
Being like,
Then I also had
Fanny,
some
watch
other
me, I'm the best.
traumatic shit. I don't know. It sounds like I didn't really have a lot of nice lives. So I'm like, she said for this life particularly, we're channeling that energy. And it's going to be a good life like that.
Well, I hate to be a skeptic. Is she going to tell someone they're going to have a shitty life?
I don't know.
Like, I need to know what she said to Taylor, what she said to Tam. I need like a study, like a trial.
Well, we've gone back. I haven't told Taylor yet that I saw her, but I told Tam, and like our experiences were different, as in she didn't tell us remotely the same anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Does this woman have an Instagram?
she does.
I'm gonna have to look at it after. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well,
it's
glad you went.
$111 because 111. That's angel numbers.
Okay.
I was literally, I was on the phone with her for 2 hours on Friday. That's how I started my weekend.
For 2 hours though, for having $111, that's a good deal.
Oh yeah, it was fucking great.
Yeah, that's a very good deal.
So other than that, I feel like that really set my weekend up for success. But also like just the idea of living.
Did you record it?
No, I didn't record it. But I got it all in my brain and I wrote it down.
No, I'm just out of curiosity.
But now, after seeing her and just like having such a good weekend, I love the idea of like slow living, which is weird to say since we live in the busiest city in the world.
Well, we need some sense of slow living when we do live in the busiest city in the world.
Yeah. And like right now, I feel like that's staying in, but not just doing like fucking nothing and like scrolling on your phone with friends. Like actually having meaningful nights.
We had a really nice day Sunday.
Yeah, we did. I love that. The cookie plate.
10
out of 10.
Mamma mia.
That's not what we watched. We watched Baby Mama.
Baby mama. Shit. What is wrong with my brain today? You know what? It's going back to work after being chilling for 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Yeah.
Must be it.
Yesterday was nice. I had a chill night with my new gay neighbor on Saturday too.
Cute. He loves
which
Cape
was
Cod.
amazing.
I'm all fucking for it.
And then I had a little night with my friend Hannah on Friday, and she made me French onion soup pasta.
Yum.
Which was amazing. And she passed up an opportunity to interview Gypsy Rose to hang out with me.
Okay, yeah, that shit's still wild to me. I'm so sorry. If I was you and she said that to me, I'd be like, bitch, you go and get me all the deets.
We were just going to watch her documentary anyway.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what she was going to write about Gypsy Rose. Everybody was already interviewing Gypsy Rose. Like, you'd all get the same content, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
So,
I would love to meet a killer.
you probably secretly have.
Oh, I know I already have. I could count a couple.
Is there anyone in particular that you feel like definitely, like you've ever met someone and you're like, this person definitely murdered someone?
1000%.
I feel less safe.
Any of my dad's uncles. Not uncles, cousins.
Oh.
Yeah, some weird Boston shit, man.
I definitely feel less safe whenever I go home because I feel like there's more of a chance for a serial killer to exist there than here.
1000%. You live in bumfuck, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but there's actually never been like a serial killer case in my hometown or around there. Just a bunch of priests that molest kids, but like...
One and the same.
Honestly, yeah.
One and the same.
What are you pulling out? Hair?
Lint? Yeah.
Lint?
Lint and hair out of my back. It's itchy. This shirt like collects it. You know what I mean?
I understand.
It's a weird texture.
Tennis.
The intern is chilling.
It's funny because it's like Inception because he has him on top of him.
What's Inception?
I don't have a definition.
I thought you meant like a movie.
Yeah, I know, but wait, I need to look up what the fuck Inception means.
No, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure that it is an actual word, not just a movie.
That I do not know. Inception?
Such Inception definition.
That's a word?
Yes, the establishment or starting point of an institution or activity. There's many, no.
I don't know
not what, that's
Dennis
not,
blanket on Dennis.
there's a word for it. I
guess
don't
we're
know
both
what it
struggling
is.
with English today.
More so you, though.
I always do, too. Today's just like extra.
It's so funny. I can tell that you're tired.
I am. Dude, work was hard. But I'm cut out for this. I got this.
You got this. Repeat.
I got this.
You preach your mantras every night before bed. I can
read
do
them in
great
the shower.
things.
They're on my shower wall.
Do you pull a new one every day?
Not every day. Sometimes I need to keep it up for a few days to really sink in.
The paint looks great.
Thank you.
When are you going to hang the rest of the stuff?
I already did the desk.
Oh, I need to look at it.
You gotta look at the desk. Already did the desk. I got like 2 more shelves to hang, and then that's it.
Wow.
For now.
Yeah.
Because we know I'm always doing something.
That's true.
I'm always also just like collecting shit, and I keep running out of room to
Don't
put it.
become Rob.
Oh, poor Rob. I know. I totally could too. I could be like a spinster in this apartment in like 60 years.
Yeah, don't. I could see you with that many books, but like, don't let that happen.
No, I won't.
Good.
I gotta post a photo because it's fucking wild.
Yes, you do. You do. Okay. I can tell that the battery is on low.
Sorry.
Probably for all of our stuff, and that battery is on low too, so we
Lovely.
should wrap it up. It's always lovely to be with you.
Always.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
I love that you can see us now.
I'll be a lot more chittery chattery next week, I promise. I think today just wiped me.
Totally understandable.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I got to see you, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm proud of you.
Give us a thumbs up, a like, whatever, 5 stars, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.